Alright everybody, welcome back to round 5 action from Friday Night Magic here at Lost Legion Games and Comics. We're playing Standard, and these guys are on the winning end round. We've got on the left Brandon Hart, stream regular, playing not Band Hexproof today,
Grixis.
but Grixis Control. And he's playing against the incomparable Jonathan Wright, who, in a surprise to literally no one, is playing American Flash.
I thought he was running Reanimator.
I thought he was playing Sun Titans. I think he would. I think there's probably a week in which Jonathan Wright will voluntarily take 5 DQs just to play Sun Titans in his deck.
Yeah, I can see it.
We did Cube Draft at my house a couple weeks ago, and I remember distinctly him being upset that he did not get the Sun Titan.
No fair.
In a surprise move, someone else drafted a really good card, and then he got upset that it didn't come around to him. To be fair, he did draft that deck. He did draft a deck that Sun Titan would slot into.
So yeah. Jonathan Wright with American Flash is going down to 6. And on the draw. Okay, so it's kind of like an even game.
Yeah.
So aggressive.
Did you know much about Brandon's lists? Alec, did you play him at any
I
point?
did not play him.
I played against him earlier.
What's his high? Is it Bolus, obviously? But I would only imagine it's Brandon Hart. It's a dragon planeswalker, would he not?
Probably.
Isn't that the reason you play Grixis, is so you can play? He's not got it in there?
He has Master of Cruelties. One solo Master of Cruelties.
Condition.
The only one?
No, really. That's what he plays. He plays one. I think he plays
Does he play Drown Yards?
I think he plays 2 Aetherlings. That's it.
Okay, Ethan. Yeah, that's becoming a finisher of...
It's such an amazing card.
It's very good. It's no Grave Titan, but it's pretty good.
It is no Grave Titan, but it does have Dissipates, and...
I'm trying to look at his hand. I imagine he's playing Bonfires as well.
Oh, yes, he is.
Is he playing Thunderbolt?
And Augurs.
That's a dragon, too. That's a good point.
Every time he talked to me about playing Grixis, he was always like, I'm going to put dragons in my deck.
I think they're in the sideboard. I don't
put
think
dragons in his lunch if that was an option.
Yeah, in the sideboard it seems pretty good against controls.
Yeah, it's a combo brave. They side out the removal and...
Yeah, just run them over. Just like...
Is he play Rakdos Return, I imagine, as well?
Yeah. Yes, he is. That's the X damage and X discard, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he plays that.
Yeah. Fireball, Mind Twist.
I think he plays 3 of them.
Of course, I should mention that joining me today, we've got Alec Myers and Brandon Booth. Alec is playing... well, I won't tell you guys since you may not know what each other's playing, but they are...
say it because I know what he's playing.
Yeah, Alec is playing Naya...
I'm playing Douchebag Reanimator.
Naya, All Creatures guy.
I'm playing Landy Douchebaggery.
And then you're playing You're playing Junk Reanimator, but I assume you're talking about several acidic slimes.
4 acidic slimes and a Sylvan Primordial.
Oh, you're going very deep with the Sylvan Primordial.
Yes, the single. I mean, it can block a Hellkite. So.
It's a very good card. I mostly abuse it in the Commander format.
Oh, is it good in Commander?
Yeah, it turns out it's very good.
It makes a lot of people scoop.
It's the worst. It's the worst. I hate it. I mean, I play it all the time, but it's the worst.
He will get banned sooner or later in the EDH format. I think they should, tone back EDH, personally speaking.
Yeah.
Instead of playing just broke, jank, all day. Because that's pretty much what it is.
You can self-police.
How is this game still going on? Jesus.
Well, I mean, these decks are both very slow. It is
Draw past turn.
Very much a draw-go battle.
Draw, land,
I'm confused.
land.
Is Jonathan Wright playing a Cavern of Souls?
Yes, he is.
In American Flash. Because he's the only person I've ever heard completely say 100% never do that.
The stream let me know that the Pro Tour coverage is still going on, and someone on current feature match is playing Amaze's in deck.
What?
Well, forget this. Go ahead and put that on this.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put it on half. Can we bring this one up? And then leave that one on here?
I can't.
Ooh, did that Rakdos return result?
Yes, it did actually. He played a... Oh, wait. Rich Restage.
No,
Resto Angel.
Oh, that's a rewind.
Yeah, the rewind took out that and the Angel.
It's hard to see.
I don't even see the rewind.
It's very hard to see.
Oh, is that one?
You're also falling victim to the classic new commentator's trap, which is that is about 10 seconds delayed. Because that's what the stream is seeing, and this is the live feed.
But I can't see the rewind at all. I just see a glare on a card over there.
It does have
That
some
looks like
glare.
a land.
We'll just have to take Alex's word
It's
for
okay.
it.
Boom. Just got rid of that resto angel. Baby.
Oh god, he has 7 gates in play. Just so everybody knows.
Holy shit.
I'll keep you guys up to
Oh
date,
my
up to
God.
speed
He has 7 gates in
on the
play.
gate count.
He has 7. I kind of want to see that.
I don't know. In block, like if you're playing control, like
Oh yeah, all day.
fine.
Because it's a win. It's a win condition.
Is the Pro Tour block?
yes,
Yeah, okay.
Pro Tour block.
Right.
that's why most people don't care that much. It's Dennis Rashid who's like a named pro. It's not like just me. Like I want a PTQ in Louisville and I'm taking my Mono Jank deck up to the Pro Tour.
Mono Jank.
So back to the action, or I should say lack thereof.
Oh, he's about to get drowned, apparently.
Well, we're getting the Drown Yard activation here.
I think that might be game.
The problem was that all the winning in games involved people who'd already been on the camera.
Yeah, Dave Snow, KCCB.
Dave Snow was just on there. Max and Justin have both been on there. Like I said, I tried to avoid Gibbs' deck simply because I knew it was going to be drawn out. So the Drown Yard activation does connect, milling Sphinx's Revelation.
Did it? Oh no, he cast the Sphinx's Revelation. It was very... I don't know what happened.
Yeah, he did cast the Sphinx's Revelation.
And then he passed the turn, discarding it and taking it.
Oh, just broke the door to nothingness. I'm so sorry. Brandon Booth is back!
And this one's going to connect here for a pretty brutal Rakdos return. Rakdos return for 7. That's the whole hand.
Is that good?
It turns out that it is very, very good.
And by very good, what do you mean, sir? Like, the fact that it literally puts him in talk mode? Yes, it does. Oh.
Mind Twist was a heck of a Magic card, so much that it was banned.
It's my understanding of that card.
I remember my first fun deck, and I had 3 Mind Twists in it with Dark Rituals.
Well, it certainly wasn't fun for your opponent.
It was a good time. It was a good time for me.
So does Brandon have,
A full hand.
Yeah.
Looks that way. At least 4.
I think he's ahead.
Well, he's got 2 Drown Yards now. We could just move
I
to
saw
the...
6 cards. So, yeah.
Oh man, I hope this happens. Master of Cruelties?
Oh, is that a Master of Oh!
Boom!
Denying us potential highlight of the week fodder. It's
Oh!
Jonathan very excited about that.
3.
Like, he's like, thumbs up. What is going on? Mill 3.
So does he have no Wrath effects, or does he run Mutilate?
Who,
Brandon.
he has Bonfire.
He is Bonfire.
Yeah, I guess
he
it
does
is
not
kind of
have, he does not have the Wrath effects.
Yeah, because Mutilate's like the only one you really get access to. So.
It's kind of funny how his deck is basically just like a Fireball. Oh, it's a Drown Yard deck, but
With Fireball.
I'm sure he wins by Fireball a lot. Jonathan's
Let me
going
just keep
I'd probably
going
skip
here.
to him after he fireballs me a few times.
I don't know.
I mean, it's 13-7, but he hasn't led him roughly.
I'd scoop
12
to,
cards.
I'd scoop to,
Excuse me.
at this point, just to double Drown Yard with being Hellbent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a little ridiculous.
But it is the winning.
I like how you say Hellbent instead of no card moves.
Hey, they made a keyword for me. Saves me some time.
Top deck mode. I like top deck mode more than I do Hellbent, sir. Just saying, because I played when it was top deck mode. Oh baby,
It's a thing.
drawing a card.
You're very excited about the front.
Yes, I am.
Think
And then
twice.
look at that flashback.
Oh, he's gonna flash
The
back before he
tricks!
gets to
The
card.
tricks! Oh my god. The plays have been made.
I think it's okay.
Holy crap, he has a...
I assure you.
He has a hand. He has a solid 2 cards now. That's insane. And he's milling for 3.
There's literally no way Jonathan can win. I mean, I'm not faulting him for playing it out,
there's
but
no
Game boarded
Yeah.
Sphinx spirals, of course.
Yeah, there's 2 Resto Angels.
I wonder if he has one in the sideboard.
He definitely does. I'm pretty sure. I know that I've lost 2.
Who, Hart?
Yeah, no, Jonathan Wright.
And Brandon is not playing white, so he doesn't have access to Preston Peas.
Yeah.
Or the other...
Imagine, could he have any graveyard?
I imagine he would have to have some because Reanimator is very much a legitimate archetype.
It's instant speed. It's kind of like a purify.
You could play Crep. You could play Cremate.
I think I'd like Rakdos Charm over the Tormod script though, so they don't see it coming. Potential blowouts instead of them just being like, okay, I'll just play around the Tormod script.
Also, people have a
Yeah. Jesus.
People also have a tendency to outplay themselves with the Tormod's Crypt by sandbagging it and then just like losing with it in their hand. That happens in Legacy a lot because people will sign in against Dredge and like sandbag it and like whoops, they comboed off.
Use it as soon as you can. As soon as you can get rid of a Golgari Grave Troll. I remember playing Satin Dog 2. It sucked. Layla to the Void.
To his credit, man, Jonathan's he's not throwing in the towel here. He can just try and burn him.
He's got Hart.
He can try to burn him out. He's got a Searing Spear and a burn in his hand.
He has got Hart.
And a what?
Burn. Turn and burn.
There it is.
But now,
Right
I
here.
remember that
Ready?
now burns.
Ready?
And doesn't he play War Leader's Helix too?
Look at that. What is that?
Oh, yeah. No.
Charm. Charm card.
I hate that card, but Jonathan likes it.
I just wish that it was like, I just wish it was 3 mana. I mean,
Is that
anything
4 for 6 damage or what? Or 4 for 6. It's a 6 when you're life. 3
Spear?
damage and 3 life.
Because you gain 4.
So here Jonathan's going for it here.
So it's 8.
And Lightning Helix with the 6 one.
Isn't Charm make you pay 2? Might as well.
Out of 10.
So let's see if Jonathan can do 10 points of damage in this turn, because I don't know how many cards are in his deck there. It looks like 2. He has 6. He has 6 points of damage, so you could have done three halves of turn and burn. So on the back of Double Drown Yard, that is the combo breaker in this. Like, no, Jonathan's deck can be the aggro deck, and it's a mid-range deck mostly, but it can definitely play the control role. And in this deck, in this matchup, it
can.
It just cannot compete with the longer the game goes, the better Brandon's chances are of winning.
Well, they shuffle up on me.
I love
extra cruelties. While they're also shuffling up, speaking of a chance of winning, if you want to start your game with a playset of rock, paper, scissors cards, just like these guys use to start their feature match, well, then you're in luck, because we give away a playset each and every week. So just head over to our Facebook page at facebook.com/ZachSellsMagic. Look for the giveaway post that I made during round 2. It is, in fact, the most recent post on our Facebook page. You got 3 ways to enter each week. Like, comment, and share the posts. And as long as you like the Facebook page, you'll be eligible to win. It's 3 separate entries from each of those 3 actions. It also shows up in our Twitter feed at ZachSellsMagic on Twitter. Follow me and retweet that. And that's your 4th way to enter. So 4 ways to enter each and every week. You've got until FNM starts next week to enter. And we'll make that drawing next Saturday after FNM is over. And the lucky winner will receive a playset of these cards. Answer the same questions I always do. If you live overseas, are you eligible? By God, you are eligible.
By God, this is West Virginia.
You know how much it cost me to mail 3 Magic cards to Europe?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Just take a guess.
$3.
Cost me 80 cents.
80 cents? That is not bad at all.
You know how much it cost me to mail 3 Magic cards to the guy that lives next door to me? 50 cents.
I was going to guess 60. Oh, so close.
Whatever, or 48 maybe, whatever the current first class stamp is. But it's actually not very expensive at all to mail stuff overseas.
Would you not rather just walk across the street and get the card?
In that situation I would, but I would. I'm going for effect here, man.
Okay, I understand.
But so let's while these guys shuffle up for game 2, obviously bring in half their sideboards for the control mirror. Let's take a little look at the chat and see what's going on. Nothing. We're talking about someone's first draft. They went 3-1, so congratulations. Garrett, already done?
Oh, I have so much man on my shoulder right now.
Okay. Come on, man. Well, I mean, I told you.
Deal with it.
Freaking hate Sunkist.
What did you say, Garrett?
I hate Sunkist.
Oh.
I hate Sunkist.
Okay. You guys heard it here first. Garrett Meadows hates Sunkist. You're done quickly.
I am done quickly.
That usually does not bode well for you.
No, that bodes very well for me. I mean, I'm an aggressive no deck.
Okay. Oh, I guess that's true.
He's
Who did you
aggressively
play? You played.
Chad
Simpson.
was playing auras, not hexproof though.
So you just crush him
Yes.
because you have charm.
I have
Every removal.
the unstable mutation whatever card, and the sacrifice card, and Supreme Verdicts and Terminus, and Jace.
My head hurts.
So we're watching,
I agree.
we're watching
My
American
hair's
Flash
but
again.
luckily.
We're watching American Flash again.
We are. I talked about this. Here were our. The problem was with our 4-0.
What instantly?
Here were our win at 2.
Good sir, I'll rock it. I don't play around with that shit.
Here was
that stuff.
Here was the win-in options we had. We had Max and Justin Sayer, both who've been on camera tonight. We had Dave Snow and Casey Skibby. We just watched Dave play like a 400-hour match.
Right?
And then we had Brandon Gibbs and Seth Anderson, who Seth is interesting to note. Seth was the guy who won the Star City Games Invitational qualifier that we had a couple, last month or the month prior. I had not met him before today, but he's playing against Gibbs, and Gibbs' deck is very grindy as well, and I just was trying to avoid that.
Is that other guy still playing hexproof auras?
But I don't know if he is or not.
That's what he's playing at the Invitational.
Yes.
And whenever me and Yin were shuffling up,
Mhm.
filling out deck lists and everything, he was sitting right in front of us, and I said, "Oh, you're playing hexproof. That seems really good today." And I'll go as far as to say, "You're probably going to win this tournament."
Mm-hmm. So one thing that you missed while you were playing in your actual round here was that the chat was telling me. I asked the chat, come on now,
Come on, man.
show some modicum of maturity.
Whoa. Just because I'm a college student does not mean I have to show maturity at all. Okay.
The chat. I asked the chat if the Pro Tour coverage was over because it's around that time, and they said no, it's still going on. And in fact, the feature match currently on camera is a Mazes In deck.
Okay.
And the chat just told me that Dennis Rashid, who's playing that, a guy from Sweden, just won game 1 with 10 Gilgates. So that's pretty fun.
Roughly 20 minutes ago, he had
Somewhere Chris Hartless is a very happy young man.
Right. It seems really good. Whenever
Did Chris Hartless qualify for the Pro Tour? Because it may have been him.
Is it something Bellerin?
Mm-hmm. Dennis Bellerin. He loves that card.
It seems really good in the format where people want to play junk created meter with 4 stage lines. It seems like it can really take advantage. I mean, shoot, like last Pro Tour, Block Pro Tour, Andrew Cuneo played a deck that literally just played with itself and was like an 8-piece graveyard combo deck, and it won games.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was, excellent.
Well, that's because Block is the worst format ever. It's only a PTQ format. Like, they play the Pro Tour. They have to have it because it's something different that can challenge the pros. But, like, it's not compelling in any way. Like, you think Standard is easy to solve. Like, just take half the cards away. As we see Augur on Augur action here. But here's the thing about that Mazes In deck. Like, it's just a control shell.
Right.
Like, you have access to Supreme Verdict. You have, when you're playing and you're playing the Guild Gates, like, you could play all 5 colors if you really wanted to.
And you're also playing Guild Gates in the format where everyone else is also playing Guild Gates.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Like, it's not like Guild Gates are bad cards, as we see a Witchbane Orb come down, which is one of Jonathan's main answers to Drowneyard.
People crushed me
He also shuts off Rakdos Return.
and Duress and Lilianas.
Yeah, Brandon basically won game 1 by tapping Jonathan out and then casting a Rakdos Return for 7.
Nice.
After Jonathan had, yes,
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
and discarded down to 7, because he had to do it on his turn.
Brandon still has, you can't slaughter games.
Go ahead and discard. He does have the Loot House in play, which is good to get rid of that Duress and all other discard
Right. I mean,
effects.
Sire of the Tender game is still catching the
It wins games. Oh,
We'll
no.
have to,
Aliens game.
we'll have to get to that
Some-
point without Jonathan joining us.
Some people would say that it does work. I believe that's what the kids call it.
When do you find the board? We don't talk about him.
That's a thing.
Are we saying kids nowadays say it works? Or does work? Or
Does
what?
work. Do work, son.
D-work?
I believe that was
DW?
from the MTV reality series Robin Big, where Big...
What happened to the MTV reality series where they shot basketballs into a 100-foot tall hoop and that scored 50 points?
I remember that.
I believe, Garrett, you're talking about one of my favorite things in the world, which is, of course, Rock and Jock Sports. And you were talking about the infamous bonus basket.
Right?
The thing that you're neglecting is it's a 50-point basket. What you're talking about is if someone uses the doubler ball to throw it into the bonus basket, which does in fact
Why
not
are we
for 100
talking
points.
about this?
Weren't celebrities playing this?
Yes,
Yes, they were. Actually,
as we ignore parts of this match because I don't really care. Because I'm really excited about Rock and Jock now. This is here's what's important about Rock and Jock as well, because a team would consist of the following people. It would consist of Terrell Owens, Dan Cortez,
Jerry Seinfeld?
Bill Bellamy, Method Man, and like some like obscure hip hop artists that I have never heard of before, because they were just like we need like 20 guys till we will just book whoever is available. Rock and Jock softball was also fun too, because they would just do stuff out in the outfield. There would just be like you wouldn't have a center fielder. There would just be like they would just like put like cardboard cutouts out that would like keep the ball from rolling out there.
Right.
And the doubler ball, the Rock and Jock doubler ball.
There was also
It's
a
getting
basketball
serious.
program on MTV where they were all on trampolines.
That was called slam ball.
I remember, that was on Spike TV. That was
I
not
want to
on
tell you
TV.
right now, I would pay a large amount of money to just get into the slam ball facility for about an hour. I would leave with a torn ACL, but I would get my money's worth.
I have torn my ACL, and it is not a fun thing. I hope you take that. I hope you take that statement back, sir.
Well, what I'm saying is that I would, knowing my athletic prowess, that's what would happen.
Zach with like the biggest grin on his face, hands over his head, two-handed done.
Kind of like your token. Kind of like your token, roughly speaking.
Just come down, catch my ankle in the rim itself, break it right off.
Bust all the springs off the trampoline.
That was actually a pretty entertaining show to watch,
Right.
slam ball.
Because they can dunk from like 20 feet out.
Yeah, because it was just like it's NBA Jam. It's NBA Jam
It was
in
NBA
real
Jam.
life.
It was NBA Jam for Sega Genesis in real life, because you could jump from behind the 3-point line, and it would actually work for 4 points.
He's heating up. He's heating up.
And
Jams it in. My favorite one was ugly shot. Bad shot. I thought it was funny. They had one.
I didn't have NBA Jam, I'll tell you. I had Charles
Whoa.
Barkley.
They had one that said
Ball or whatever.
they had one sound effect that said ugly shot, and then they had another one that I believe it said horrible shot. Which I think is funny. It's just like ugly shot's not detrimental.
He's on fire.
Now, of course,
Chris Booth exiting the room.
Brandon Booth.
Hi, Brandon, by the way. It's okay, Garrett.
Let's go back to the
I
next
still don't like you. I still don't like you.
Snapcaster Mage making an appearance. Dissipate taking care of that. The NBA, of course.
You would be referencing Queen Latifah hit a 50-pointer.
Oh, well, I mean, she's got to do something. She sure didn't. I don't know. Queen Latifah, the most irrelevant, yet, I don't know. Queen Latifah is a...
She actually had surgery lately. There was a big medical scare with her, so back off.
Well, I mean, here's the deal. The only... why is she even relevant? You know the show Suddenly Susan with Brooke Shields? You remember that?
Nope.
Exactly. It was on for 10 seasons. It was a top 10 show for every season it was on for 10 years, and you've never heard of it. That's Queen Latifah.
Okay.
Queen Latifah was like in a bad hip hop group, and she just wouldn't go away. We need a sassy fat woman to be in this show. Well, Queen Latifah's available. Of course she is. Of course she's available.
She's not out in Denver skiing.
Yeah. Now that spot is occupied by whatever that girl is from Bridesmaids, from Mike and Molly.
TV.
I know you don't watch TV. From Mike and Molly on TV. What is her name? That evil beard. Tell me what it is later. But I did want to get back to the NBA Jam because
That's her name.
Huh?
Obviously.
What?
He says Unity.
Unity. Well, the thing I was going to say is that Brandon, of course, was referring to NBA Jam Tournament Edition, because that's when you could get the power-ups that would let you dunk from anywhere on the court. Because in NBA Jam regular, you can't dunk from the three-point line.
Hold on. There are now 2 Auger boluses on Brandon Hart's side.
Holy balls.
Compared to Jonathan
Sweet
Wright's 1
mother
Auger
of God.
bolus. We've got a game here.
No. This is my own fault. And I don't mean to, it's obviously not a comment towards these two players by any means, but, and I would have normally enjoyed this if it wasn't for the 5th round of the night, had we not just watched that monstrosity of a game between Dave and Adam. And also, just like later the night goes, like, I don't care as much, you know.
You were just rambling on about something that was on.
Well, he's wont to do that sometimes. That is his prerogative. I just realized by saying the word prerogative that I told my wife several weeks, like a week.
Holy, it's parody on the board again.
Well, Jonathan's trying to draw even in the Augur Bulls matchup here. Brandon's really in a difficult spot here because he doesn't have his Warrior's Charm, and he's going to not be able to dig as fast through his deck to find more Augur Bulls.
But he has access to 7 Bloodline. It could be great in this situation.
Well, it's one of those situations where I was like, fine. If I can't have Augur Bulls, nobody can.
You attack?
I think we did see that situation develop last week when I think Nick Reed had to de-sphere Lingering Souls tokens and get rid of his own Lingering Souls tokens because somebody else's Lingering... Was it yours? No. Or was it Alec, maybe?
It was probably Alex.
Alec had an intangible virtue, so your souls are better than mine. Blood Crypt, now we got him. Oh wait, he's just arranging his mana very deliberately. So how do either of them win these games? Is Jonathan playing Aurelia? No, he's not.
No, he's not. I played around it in our match, and then I got done with the match after I lost to him, and told him that I was playing around it, and he laughed at me.
Well, I think he should be, because the decks, the Flash decks that play Aurelia are basically control decks.
Right.
And Aurelia is basically Grave Titan.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's just this.
It says the exact same text.
It's my 6th drop of choice, which says, this is how I'm going to beat you in 2 to 3 turns.
Joe Lewis is playing Aurelia.
if available, Joe Lewis would be playing Grave Titan as well. So.
Joe Lewis was a master of rights.
This is what has come of this situation. Brandon is now using Dreadport to take out 1 Augur Bulls.
I think he's at 8 cards anyways.
It's only slightly better than discarding it. So Jonathan going to flashback both, he's going to cast both halves of Think Twice, and while he's tapping the flashback, Brandon is going to bring in a Snapcaster. Now he's got him. Because if there's one card that Snapcaster is excellent against, it's Augur Bulls.
Well, he can force through 2 damage here. And we are... Oh, I didn't see what he cast.
Is it Thought Scour?
It must have been...
He's not playing Thought Scour in his control deck.
What would destroy a Witchbane Orb? Would you destroy it or you bounce it to his hand?
I'm going to take a look. I'm bored. Grift. Sonic Grift.
Does not seem very good.
What, doing that?
So now we are back to the exact same situation.
If you're just trying to get your Snapcaster on the board, but...
You're facing down underneath him.
Oh, yikes.
Jonathan Wright has 2 mana up, so Elysium Warriors does not deal with it. Spike asking MTG bot what Unity is, and it gives him Purity.
So Aetherling, you can pay blue to exile it until end of turn, make it unblockable, and then pump it on the front side or the back side.
Yes. Caledinus. I think you are misunderstanding me here. Brandon has one sideboard card that can deal with an Aether Lane. And as long as Jonathan Wright does not tap below 1 blue mana, there's literally no way that he can kill Jonathan's Aether Lane.
There we see Master of Cruelties, which is a one-of in Brandon's deck, I believe. We did see Brandon use the mortars to make Jonathan phase out his Aetherling that turn. Not sure if there's much value in that, but I mean, what else are you going to use your mortars for?
Well, Caledinus Dreadboard does not kill it either. The only card that Brandon could have against it is a one-of in his sideboard, which is a Pithing Needle. Turn and burn, getting rid of the Master of Cruelties.
Yeah, that card, like, I would take that card out of Brandon. I mean, Brandon's got to leave it in, though, because it's one of the few win conditions he has that doesn't lose to Witchbane Orb. But, like, it's so fragile against the burn deck. Which, though it has blue and white cards in it, like, don't be fooled. Like, Jonathan's deck very much a burn deck.
I did kill Jonathan Wright's Aether on that.
How so?
I tricked him pretty good. He resolved Aetherling with 4 mana up, and I knew he had a negate.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting him on Snapcaster, so I floated this Dissipate out in front of him like a little fish. He took it. So I tapped him out, and I untapped his Surrender.
You got him.
I got him. I felt good whenever I lost to him.
You got the moral victory.
I did get the moral victory.
He won the match, but you got some street cred.
I had a story to tell.
We're going to play yet another Augur Bolus, revealing Victim of the Night. That is, the problem with Aether Lane is if you play it, I mean, Jonathan played it when he had 8 mana. Upkeep, Brandon's going to Victim of the Night, Aether Lane, and Counterflux going to take care of it. He played it for 8 mana, so he could protect it twice. And then when he untaps with like unlimited mana, you know, it's not going anywhere. Burn spell ya, burn spell ya. So Jonathan draws even. I bet he has 1 Witchbane Orb in that entire 75, and it was enough to win him that game. So Brandon probably going back to his board to find some answer to the Witchbane Orb.
Which has got to be just not tap out what you're playing. It's going to be really hard.
The best way to beat Aether Lane is on the stack. Or Appetite for Brainsing it. Or Rakdos returning it.
Or Slaughter Gazing it.
Or Slaughter... Yes! That's an excellent answer. Wonder if he has those in. He should bring them in anyway. Surely he has them in his board. He should be bringing them in anyway because they're so good in this matchup, period.
Right.
You would play him in this matchup before Aether Lane was a Magic card.
Right.
Alright, so we're in agreement on that. We've basically solved that problem.
Pretty much, want to say no to that. Even though we're agreeing, I still think I'm right.
We'll tell you right now, for all those of you who have not participated in our stream giveaway for the Place of the Rock, Paper, Scissors cards, this is the week you want to do it. Because usually when I get home from FNM, from Twitch, I do, and then from Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, etc. I usually have, on average, 50 emails. So far tonight I have 10, which means not a lot of people have participated. So, play the odds is what I'm saying. You don't talk about Gert.
I go to the dog track. I know what odds are.
You don't. If you know what odds are and still go to the dog track, someone question if you really knew what odds were.
Yeah, I want an 8 shot of winning.
My favorite is at the dog track. Of course, those of you who are unfamiliar with the greater Charleston metro area, do not know that the Mardi Gras Resort and Casino and Resort, formerly known as Tri-State Greyhound Park, is a greyhound racetrack and casino located halfway between where we are right now and where I live, and is in the town where you work.
Yes.
And it's a pretty big deal. A lot of people. I mean, it's pretty busy all the time. But
It's a big employer.
what I was going to say is, we like to go there to eat dinner and watch the dogs race. It's very fun because we like dogs, and the dogs are fun.
Plus, you can bet dogs. You can bet all 15 races for $30.
Yeah, $2 min bet. But what's also fun is that there is a dog whose name is Optimus Prime.
Okay.
So I like to vote. I like to. What are they doing? What?
Putting a piece of paper up to the camera, obviously. Let's not edit this out. Let's just let them go back and see how.
What are we doing?
Sorry.
Nothing happened.
We're good.
Technical difficulties.
Okay.
It only screws up my camera's focus, but
Right.
they were looking at the standings to try and figure out, I think, if they could draw in,
Okay.
because that's what all they ever do.
Right.
But
And
what-
in doing so, they looked at no tiebreakers whatsoever. Just literally looked at numbers and guessed. I've
Alright.
offered very, very many times
well,
to teach these players how to do tiebreaker math.
hold on. I apologize to everyone on the stream for the ignorance of our competitors who have caused this to happen. I'm desperately trying to... Alright, there we go.
Resolution restored.
What were they doing that they couldn't... Like, were they afraid the DCI is going to watch them do something?
Yeah. Doing Rosewater watches this, right?
I don't know.
You follow?
I know I won a moon pie from the store, snack bar. There's a store somewhere, I can't remember where it is. I thought it was in the Midwest, but they have a bar. Like like they own it's like in a strip mall, and they own like all of the place, and then they have a place that has a bar in it at the end of the store.
So pretty awesome.
I don't even drink, and that sounds awesome to me.
Start drinking this week.
Yeah, I would, I think, just for the value. I ain't gonna get a moon pie. I started drinking just for value. But I couldn't turn into a big value on it.
A duress resolve. I think duress is the most common sideboard card here tonight. Literally every black deck here has multiple copies of duress. And I, of course, am guilty of this as well. As you saw in round 3, where I duressed Skippy's duress. And then lost. So we have Augur, Bolus, Watch Duty again. Both Augurs standing ever vigilant on the post, facing off against their mirror. It's a psychotic warfare. Slaughter Games. Can't spell Slaughter Games without laughter games. Well, there is a chance that Jonathan could finish this game. Well, I mean, there's a chance that both players could finish this game in 7 minutes. Jonathan definitely does not have the hand that can do that. But if Brandon has something like a Sire of Insanities,
Probably not. You understand how much I care about stuff.
come on, man, it's Logan. I promise. That he can definitely clean up Jonathan's hand and get rolling, dealing some damage. Duress you again. Pick this rewind. So Brandon did a very good job of removing all of the threats Jonathan has and ways to protect himself. Now he just needs to find a way to win the game. Jonathan may shock himself and play an Aetherling with one blue up.
What's the card you said that he can kill the Aetherling with?
Pithing Needle. So Brandon has 2 removal spells here. At least 1 instant speed removal spell here. This would be the best use of them. Practice return. So have to be good enough. Still looking for a threat.
It's a pretty slow clock, though. It's still like a, what, 5-turn clock?
Aetherling between for 8 of turn.
He's doing jumping, isn't he?
He can make an unblock.
My bad.
Aetherling is the new 6-drop of choice for these control decks.
So we're going to fuse it. Turn and burn. Good egg.
Targeting with both halves. And we're just going to bounce in response.
You should shock Jonathan there for value, right?
Yeah.
Because we know that Aetherling is going to get, oh thank God, another Augur Bells. Because you know the Aetherling is going to get phased out, so.
Running up against it here. Needs to find a Pithing Needle or constant running answers to this Aetherling. That isn't charm, will slow it down for a turn. If John, well, it doesn't even, it just prevents some damage this turn. It'll basically prevent 2 damage. And there's 3 damage to make up for it. So anyone curious on how Jonathan and Wright can win this game within 7 minutes, here's your answer. He plays very aggressive creatures. I would not be surprised if he decided in Grixis in draft.
Does he even have them?
Yes.
For a period of time, he's not playing them.
Well, I got 2 through his entire library, and I saw 3 of them.
I'm glad he is, because it seemed like a giant mistake.
That would be a mistake by Mr. Jonathan. Oh, no, it was not a mistake by Mr. Jonathan, right? So he's just, is he dead? That's 11.
Is it Notion Thief?
That is a Notion Thief.
Not going to be good enough. Aetherling goes the distance. With just 3 minutes left in the round, Jonathan Wright takes this round 5 pairing in 3 games. He is definitely in the top 8. Brandon Hart will have to cross his fingers and hope his 3-2 is good enough. Spoiler alert. Probably is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there'll be 2 3 and 2s that make it in. They will likely be.
Well, Jonathan Wright needs sideboarding. 1 Witchbane Orb. If another one doesn't come out of his deck.
No, he just has the one. I know for a fact he just has the one.
Counterfluxes seem out of place in this matchup. Counterflux, I've been theorizing on Counterflux. I think it is a great sideboard card in decks that have blue and red mana.
What's this?
I am
Here, Yin Shang. Yin Shang Tsung.
but Counterflux is the best card to cast on defense. It is literally the best counterspell ever to cast on defense because it is uncounterable. And you target the threat, there's nothing that they can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's even better against a blue deck where they wait till they have 8 mana to attempt to cast their Jace with Dissipate back up, and now you just, fog them for 3 turns basically. There you go. That is where it's the best. But whenever you have Counterflux on the offense, like you're casting a Restoration Angel, they dissipate it.
It doesn't work. It's not uncounterable. If you're on offense,
you Counterflux their Dissipate, they just dissipate your Angel again.
It's not uncounterable at all because they don't care about your counterspell. They're not going to constantly fight it on the stack.
Right.
They're just going to let it resolve and then counter the.
The only way that it's good in that situation is if they're holding something like a negate and you counter their Dissipate, but they don't really know way to counter it.
Right.
This is what I think about whenever I drive my truck around all day.
It is a weird thing to talk about, but I don't know. We're grown men sitting in a broom closet talking about imaginary wizard fights.
And it also probably took me like 6 months to realize this.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever Jerry Thompson was already just running in his sideboard and probably realized that in like a day.
So people are asking in the chat if this is the top 8. No, this is not top 8. This was round 5. We've got top 8 coming up shortly. The top 8 will consist of Jonathan Wright, who we just saw win, playing American Flash. We've got Brandon Booth playing Chunk Reanimator. Alec Myers playing Naya Midrange. And then that's all I can confirm.
Want to take over?
Huh?
What's she in now?
Yin?
Yeah.
Yin is not here.
Oh. What happened to him?
Yin wasn't in the tournament.
Oh. Well,
He was just here. He stayed for 3 rounds and left.
I was not aware of this. I saw him on the table spot.
He's Yin. He's just loitering.
He didn't have his MMA gloves on tonight.
Yeah, let's talk about. Is there any Magic top? So obviously the Pro Tour is going on. No one has any idea what's going on. I'm not going to. What am I going to tell people about Pro Tour? If you're interested in Pro Tour coverage, just tune over to the Pro Tour. Check them out.
You're great at this.
I mean, I'm not. Listen, like it's not. This is not the week where I'm going to fight people for. Like it's the Pro Tour. It's once every 4 months. I'd probably do. Huh?
The Olympics.
Once every 3 months, I should say. They did bring back the 4th Pro Tour for next year.
Yep.
So that should be interesting. We've got Modern Masters spoilers coming out on Monday.
Yes.
It's pretty exciting.
To spoil cards that we already knew about.
Time is being called in the round, so we about 5 minutes away from the top 8, I would say. Most people are excited about Modern Masters being spoiled, and I am just scared to death because I just don't know.
Right.
As someone who owns most of the cards that are going to be reprinted,
Right.
I just don't know what to do. Like, I don't know.
Well,
I don't think it's going to...
There's a lot of hype about this, and I don't think people realize that they also want it to be a draft set. So it's not going to be like every card is Dark Confidant.
Mm-hmm.
There are going to be,
Yeah, there was a very good article.
Meters.
There's a very good article on legitmtg.com, which is John Medina's site, where some guy basically did. No, maybe it was. No, it was on another site, and I'm not going to advertise for the specific site because I don't agree with them. But basically, the author broke down based on the supply numbers that we've been. He knows how much his local game store is getting from the distributor. He just comparing it to previous, rarity breakdowns and supply, and knowing that Wizards just says they're just going to do initial print run and then 1 refill run, and that's it. He basically says that each LGS is going to add like 15 of each mythic into the pool. So for both orders here, if there's going to be 15 Tarmogoyfs in this. Of all the cards that Lost Legion gets, there'll be 15 Tarmogoyfs.
Okay.
Which means not even 4 play sets.
Right. But still, that's 15 Tarmogoyfs that do not exist right here.
Yeah, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just trying to think of how it impacts the secondary market and how that impacts because it's not going to. I don't think it's really going to make that much of a difference. Does that mean? So that means that every local game store is there more or less than 3 people who want Tarmogoyfs. You know what I mean?
I think it's going to have an impact on these medium cards. Like
It's only going to be the
$10 to $15 cards.
It's going to be the $8 uncommons. They're all going to be down to
$2.
not worth anything really, and that's fine.
Which is fine. Kitchen Finks does not need to be an $8 card.
No, I would argue Kitchen Finks doesn't need to be a card.
Why Needless does not need to be an expensive card. How Spell Pierce does not need to be an expensive card.
Spell Pierce isn't expensive.
I know there's a foil one in the case for like $10.
Foil's different.
Right? But that still means the uncommon's like $4.
I don't know.
I'm thinking Spell Snare.
It's way different.
Plus 2.
Spell Snare is also played in
Legacy.
Legacy, so
So Spell Pierce, but
yeah. Spell Pierce was a lot more common. There was a lot of Zendikar printed. A lot. Although there was a lot of Ravnica printed too, so.
But yeah, I mean, like the $10 to $15, like let's find a good example. I know it's banned in Modern, but if a card like Bitter Blossom was reprinted, I mean, it would drop it to $10.
Sure.
Because there's not a lot of players that want Bitter Blossom.
Here's the strategy I've taken with Modern Masters ever since it was spoiled. I don't think it's going to impact the prices of cards in the secondary market such that I'm going to sell my personal play sets of cards. But I have unloaded I don't carry any extra Tarmogoyfs in stock. And I did at a point. I don't have any extra Dark Confidants. I don't have any extra Vendilion Clicks. I don't have any extra, any of those things you can almost guarantee yeah. So we're announcing random prizes for tonight. You won a random foil.
Go clean that right now.
Good job. So Garrett's going to step out. I'm going to step out and see who's in this top 8.